Hey, I'm Kev Kermist and welcome to Season Challenge Mode in F1 2012. It's on hard difficulty and you can only choose from Caterham, HRT or Marussia. At the beginning I chose Caterham because it seemed like the best option as the gorgeous intro plays. When we get onto the menu, David Croft will explain Season Challenge Mode to you.
Welcome to the Season Challenge Hub. This screen allows you to manage your career and view information about the season. Let's take a look around. At the bottom of the screen is the Hub menu. Navigating to each option will automatically update the screen. When an option needs your attention, you'll notice an icon appear above it on the menu. There are 3 sections in the middle of the screen. On the far right, we have the season standings table. To the left, we have 2 driver cards. These show a summary of how well you're currently doing within the season, and importantly against your rival. Remember, beat him and you'll have the option to take his drive. The email system provides you with key information throughout the season, so it's important to check here regularly. I'm sure you want to take a look around on your own, but be sure to read your email as key people will send you important information about the weekend's events.
So let's check our emails first then. As you can see, Sabine, our agent, Tony Fernandez, team chief for Caterham, Andy Knight, our race engineer, Robert Thompson, he's back at base, he's the data engineer, he sends us data after every race to explain how fast we went compared to the top guys, and Andy Knight gives us some information about Monza, and as you can see the calendar at the top, 10 races, ends in Abu Dhabi, begins in Monza, and you've got Belgium next and then Great Britain. So we're exploring the menu a bit here, but the main thing, select your rival. You've got the whole grid to choose from apart from your teammate who's your rival already, your rival. Now I went for kind of a realistic one, Toro Rosso, John Eric Vergne, as we go to Monza.
Qualifying is about to start here in Italy, so without further ado, let's get straight into the action.
So let's go into qualifying. You only get to choose quick setup in season challenge mode. I went for quite a conservative setup, the faster but you still got a stable back end during the corners as we go racing down the Monza straight for our 1 lap qualifying lap, and we are away down this straight. We got DRS open, we're in 7th gear, we're putting foot to the floor and we're checking our brake bars, we're putting it to the rear so we can brake a bit later into turn 1 just after 150 mark. That was a bit cautious as you can see, and we're already behind Vettel, who's the fastest guy, and I don't really like the ghost in there, but you can't really turn it off. I haven't explored the options, but it doesn't look like you can turn it off. So we're through Curva Grande into the second chicane, brake around the 100-meter mark. We're a bit cautious again, down to 2nd gear when you can take it in 3rd gear if you're brave enough with the car. Now through the Lesmos, you always lose time to the AI, well I always lose time to the AI it seems, as we take it in 3rd gear, both of the corners. We'll probably take the first one in 4th if we got a good enough setup, good enough back end, but you want to take off the wings around Monza as you go down the back straight, under the banking, up the hill towards the scar. We brake around 100 meters, again we're cautious, we just want to take the corners and hit those curves and hit those apexes. So we go down this back straight towards Palabarca, a missile down the back straight, curves it a bit, got that DRS right open, we're hitting the limiter to break it down to 3rd gear. You can maybe take it in 4th, maybe drop to 3rd in the middle of the corner, just get traction on the exit, but not a great lap, a bit cautious for us. As you can see, we're down, we're ahead of Kovalainen, but we're in 19th behind our rival Vergne in 16th. Where we go to race day now, and we expect to beat Vergne and finish above our qualifying position. So got to have a good race, got to have a clean race, got to have a tidy race as we do our helmet up and get ready to climb into our Caterham, and we're gonna go straight to the grid here. We don't want to change our setup, we've already got options selected as our tyres, so we just want to get onto grid, want to get this race underway. And I'm not the best racer, so to get a tiny race is probably going to take a few goes, but this happened on the first go. Let's go onto the grid.
Let's see which of our rivals can bring home an early advantage. It's race time.
And we're on the famous Monza grid in 19th place. As you can see, we've got to get above 18th in the race, and of course we've got to beat Vern, our rival, as we wait for the lights to go out, and we are away in Monza. Ricciardo, we're past you already, and we're right behind Hulkenberg. We're right behind the two Force Indians. I remember the brake bias, put it to the rear so we can brake a bit later into turn one. Do we hit someone? Sorry Senna, we touch your back end, but we make it through kind of safely. We're up to 14th already as we're heading through Curva Grande. AI, they slow up a bit so we can go down the inside of Grosjean and on the outside of Senna into the second chicane, and we're even looking at Schumacher as we brake late. We're past the two Mercedes, are we? So we take a bit of a look at Vettel. No, Rosberg, he's fighting back. He's made it through and we're out of the points. We're in 11th place, but we're ahead of our rival, which is the main thing. As we go through the Lesmos, we lose a bit of time to Rosberg, especially in the second Lesmo. Bit slow, bit cautious on the first lap because the tyres aren't up to temperature, and we've got Schumacher right behind us sniffing our back end as we go up the hill towards Ascari. Can we make some time on Rosberg? Brake a bit late? No, we're just being cautious. We're just trying to hit those apexes like our qualifying lap, and we're not really gaining on Rosberg. In fact, we can just probably wave goodbye to him now, because we're just trying to hold up the pack behind him. We've got a nice pack behind us led by Schumacher as we go through Paraboka a bit wide. We're not braking, we're not hitting our apexes at all, and it's going to be a long race of just trying to keep these cars behind, especially as our setup, as you can see in qualifying, not the best top end. We're hitting the limiter. Well, we did in qualifying, we're doing again almost here. Of course we don't have DRS though, so maybe we won't hit the limiter as badly as Rosberg. We gain on him in the braking for the Rettifio, the first chicane, but through Curva Grande we gain a bit again. Can we gain on him in the second chicane? No, we can in braking, but can we keep that momentum through the corner and through into the Lesmos? No, we're just making sure we're in the braking points. We've gained a bit though, but this is where we lose time to the AI through the Lesmos, and we got a nice gap to Schumacher in the second gap. We got a bit of fresh air around us for once, and we're losing time to Rosberg though, and that's where Schumacher's going to gain on us now up the hill, especially when you get DRS on the next lap. So we've got to be cautious of that. We've got to think of our lines as we try and defend this position from behind, and we lost time to Rosberg in that middle sector, and then through the last sector we just got to hit the Paraboka. We've got to keep the momentum through the corner, keep it in fourth or third gear and just hit our points, hit our marks, but we've gone wide again. We're nowhere near the apex, we're not troubling it at all, and we go on to the third lap. This is an important lap, this is a DRS lap as our engineer tells us, and you've got to try and keep Schumacher behind. But look at Vern, he's a few places behind us, 5 places behind us it seems, as we go into the Rettifio. Nice braking this time, we've got a bit of momentum through the corner. We can carry that through Curva Grande into the second chicane, which I've forgotten the name of, so that's why I keep calling the second chicane. But we're keeping ahead of Schumacher, that's the main thing for us. And we're getting a bit of a gap now in this first sector, but in the middle sector, that's where they gain. As we cut the corner a bit, we've lost all that time, and now we've got Schumacher sniffing all behind us, and we've got a whole train of cars behind us. We're looking in our mirrors, we're making sure he's not going to take a lunge at us as we try and get a good exit after the second Lesmo, but we're on the grass braking, so he's going to get a run on us. And look at this, Senna and Schumacher are fighting. Schumacher's look on the outside. Well, we drift across. We didn't really see him, did we? No, that was hard defending from us. We probably should have just let him through and then outbrake him into Ascari. So go down the back straight, curves it a bit. We've got Senna behind and Schumacher there fighting. We've got a bit of a gap in the Paraboka, and we've said goodbye to Rosberg. We give up our points, so as we Well, we hit the apex this time. We're a bit slow and we're mounting the curve. You don't want to touch the curve because it can send your car wide, and you're, as Anthony Davis says on the hot lap, you're understeering in that corner, and if you hit that curve it can just send you into the gravel, and you don't want to be in the gravel, in the kitty litter. As they're fighting ahead, Rosberg though, he's keeping ahead in 10th, and Button, he's leading in the McLaren. And we've got Senna behind us now, as we got, again, this is a pattern of the race, we get in the gap in the first sector, second sector AI gain, and in third sector it's about the same, even though we're not really hitting the parabolic apex, and we're not hitting the apex of that corner as well as we go into the Lesmos. Now we've got to try and hit these apexes, but we're going wide, the car's just understeering for us. We probably should have chosen the probably more stable setup. As we hit the second Lesmo pretty well, we get a good exit for once, and Senna, can his DRS gain to our back end? Well, it doesn't look like he's gaining much, but here he is, he's appearing in our wing mirrors, but he's not making a move as we outbrake ourselves. We outbrake ourselves badly, but are they making moves on us? No, we've kept 11th, but this time we've got Grosjean behind us. They're forming the crew behind us as we go and approach to the last lap. Rosberg, he's got past Vettel ahead, so Vettel's in the last points playing position, but we are concentrating on Grosjean behind us, so we go out of the parabolic. Wasn't bad that time, we were on the last lap. Button, he set the fastest lap of 27, we're in the mid 30s on that lap with our off, but our fastest is only a high 28, and oh, Grosjean, he's touching us into the Reggio, but we kept ahead of him, we outbraked him, and we're going to try and leg it now through Curva Grande, try and build this gap as we're trying to stay ahead of them and keep this valuable 11th place. But the main thing is here, ahead of our expected target for the race, which is 18th, and we're ahead of our rivals, so we're one step closer to getting into that Toro Rosso seat if we can just keep it nice through the Lesmos and nice through this final lap. Now, I'll talk about the race a bit too much. In season challenge, I am going to show you the whole qualifying, the one that qualified, and the race for them, as Grosjean makes the move. He takes advantage of that DRS, and now Senna is past us, and we've got Maldonado nicking on our outside. We're being swamped by DRSs, and so we take it past Senna, and with wheel to wheel in Ascari, but we're ahead of him in 12th. Actually, saw we tipped the illegal overtake by going over that green part in the Ascari, but gave it back immediately, and then we got ahead of Senna. He's taken a look at us into Parabolica, but we got nice break, and oh, he touched the curve again. We understeering a bit wide, but he's not taking advantage as we goes it towards the line. We're going to get 12th place. Oh, that's going to be a great kill. 3 of those fists. That's a good result for us, and that's one step closer to the Toro Rosso. See, now he makes his way past, but it's too late for the race. We're in 12th. Importantly, we beat our rival, John Eric Verm. Oh, we're going to get your seat, mister, as he was in 17th. We're in 12th. As you can see, our fastest lap 28.9. Not the best, as Button, mid 27. There's a McLaren 1-2. Well done to them. So that is season challenge. First race went really well. As you can see, we're going to celebrate with our team. As I was going to say before we were fighting on the last lap, I'm going to show you one shot qualifying and the race during season challenge. So as we celebrate with our team till round 2, so till next time, cheerio.